So in this video, we'll be learning about a new IoT platform called as Cadio, which is truly a no-code IoT platform. Which means you don't need to do any programming, but still you will be easily able to control your home appliances over internet using the mobile application and also with the help of manual switches. Not only that, you'll also be able to monitor real-time census data on the app itself and can also integrate the Google and Alexa voice assistant for absolutely free and can do many more such things. So now if I tell you the agenda of this video, then in this video we'll be learning how to flash the Cadio firmware into the ESP32 board. After that, we'll be learning about how to configure the input-output devices on the mobile application. After that, we'll be learning about how to control any IR remote-based devices using ESP32 via Cadio mobile application. Then we'll be learning about how to do automation based on census data. Also, we'll be learning about how to schedule appliances. And in the end, we'll be learning about how to integrate Alexa and Google Voice Assistant with the Cadio application. So this video is a complete guide to get started with the new IoT platform. So let us start learning about this new platform after a short ad. This video is sponsored by LTM and they came up with an amazing product called as LTM 365. So LTM 365 is an electronics product design platform that unites PCB design, MCAD, data management and teamwork. So with LTM 365, you can do the PCB designing task. You can share your projects over web for review purposes. It do cover sharing your PCB file to mechanical teams so that they can create the mechanical product package based on your PCB. Then it also provides centralized cloud storage so you don't need to rely on one single computer for your files. It also helps you with managing your components and get real-time supply chain data for your components. It also allows multiple people to work on single project. And in the end, it also helps you with sending your design to final manufacturing units. So LTM 365 takes care of all other tasks so you put more time and effort in making something creative and useful. And the good part is you can try out its free version as well. I'll leave its free trial version link down in the description of this video, so do check that out. And now let us start with this video. Now let's first start with flashing the Cadio firmware onto the ESP32 board. So I already connected the ESP32 board with my Windows computer, and here you first need to go to this website and you need to download the firmware for ESP32, which is here. So I'll click here and it will start downloading the firmware. After that, we'll also need the ESP flash download tool. So click on that. It will redirect you to the Espressif website, and here you need to download the flash download tool. As of now, it is available just for Windows system. So you need a Windows computer to flash the firmware. And only for flashing the firmware, you will be requiring a computer. Other than that, everything will be done through the mobile application without writing any single line of code. So we have successfully downloaded the flash download tool. I'll click on it and I will extract it to my downloads folder. Okay, and also open the firmware file and extract that file again into the downloads folder. After doing everything, I'll go to my downloads folder and here I'll click on the flash download tool. I'll open the flash download tool.exe file. Click on run anyway. Here first of all select ESP32 and click on OK. So first of all, you need to select the right COM port and first you need to erase the firmware already flashed into the ESP32 board. For that, just click on the erase button. It will start erasing the firmware. So after successfully erasing, what you need to do is you just need to click on these three dots and here go to the downloads folder, go inside the firmware folder, inside this one. And here there are 4 different folders that contains 4 different firmware files that we need to flash. Okay, I'll guide you one by one. So first of all, select this file, click on open. And here you need to provide the address that is shown in the folder's name, which was 0x1000. After that, again click on this 3 dots in the next line. Go back to the main folder and select this one and select this firmware. And its address was 0x8000, which was mentioned in the folder's name. Again, do the same step for the third file, which is at address 10,000. I'll mention the address 10,000 here. And the last one, which is E000. So I'll select this and I will write as 0x E000. So after adding all the 4 bin files, you need to checkmark all the 4 boxes. After that, just click on the start button and it will start flashing the Cadio firmware onto our ESP32 board. Okay, so with this we have successfully flashed the firmware onto our ESP32 board. Now let's just configure our ESP32 board using the mobile application. For configuring, we first need to download Cadio mobile application, which is available for both Android and iOS. After that, we need to create an account here. As I have already created, I'll simply log into my account. After that, first turn off your mobile network and go to your Wi-Fi settings to connect to our ESP32 board whose name will be mentioned as Cadio. Now just click here and click on configurations. So here is the configuration page. First, you can give any name to the access point created by our ESP32 board. I will name it as techiesms. Then we need to select the switch mode. Normal means the regular switches that we use for controlling our appliances. Three-way means the one which gives the signal of the AC appliances via optocoupler IC. And press means the push button or touch switches. So here I'll select the normal one. After that, the switching handling is done via interrupt as this one will be much quicker. Then switches wiring is selected as pull up as I used pull up for my switches. You can select pull down as well, that totally based on your wiring. Then relay mode is selected as active high, which means my relay will turn on when I give signal high. Then we have a software serial option in case we need to attach any external microcontroller with this. I'll select no here. And last is 433 MHz in case we need to attach any RF receiver with this. But I'm not covering that in this video, so I'll select no here. After that, it is asking me if I have attached any NTC protection. So as we have not attached, I'll select no here. Then we need to select the config button which will help us to change the Wi-Fi credentials. By default, it is set to GPIO 0, which is the boot button. And it's pull up by default. Then indicators are nothing but the LEDs for indicating Wi-Fi connectivity and configurations mode. Let's keep them as it is. And now comes the device section where we can add our input and output devices. So in total, we can add up to 21 devices on a single board. Let's add our first device. For that, just tap here and the first option is on off. So select this to turn on and off any output devices like relay. After that, select its GPIO pin. I'll select 12. And after that, you can select the respective switch GPIO to turn on and off the relay using manual switch. Here, I'll select 14. After that, tap here to add another device. So you can add an RGB device for your RGB lights. Then you can select sensor for adding any digital sensor with ESP32. And then you can select DHT for specifically attaching a DHT sensor. After that, I'll select its GPIO as 27. Then next, we can also add IR device, which is really interesting and very useful. Let's select both transmitter and receiver GPIO for it. After that, we have a shutter device specifically for curtains and a dimmer device for dimming appliances via resistive dimming method. So let's keep it as 3 devices for a demo video. After confirming all the devices, I'll suggest to take a screenshot of it as you won't be able to access this page from now. After doing that, just click on this icon and now it will ask for Wi-Fi credentials. So just provide the router's credentials and after that give this unit a random name. And we are done with all the configurations. Here on the screen we can see the 3 widgets for our 3 devices respectively. Now let's see the demo for controlling appliances. So here I'm easily able to control the bulb attached with the relay via GPIO 12 and the latency is also very low. Now let's test it with the manual switch. Okay, so I'm easily able to control the bulb with the switch attached to the GPIO 14 and also getting its real-time feedback on the app. And also if the device is not connected with internet, we can still control that same light with the help of manual switches, which is quite convenient. Now let's test the DHT sensor. So here is the DHT sensor attached to GPIO 27, but I'm not getting any data here. So to configure it, just long press on this widget and click on setting. Here select the DHT sensor type. Here I'm using DHT11. Now just save it. And here as you can see, I'm able to see the real-time temperature and humidity sensors data on the app. And we can also visualize that same data on the home page on the widget itself. Great. Now let's just test the IR receiver and transmitter device. So here I have attached the IR transmitter LED and IR receiver on GPIO 15 and 13 respectively. Now on the app, just long press on this widget and click on add new controller. Now select the controller type. Here I'll select the lights. After that, give this controller a name and save it. Now click on these three dots and click on assign buttons. Now tap on the button in which you want to store the data. Now take a remote and press the button whose data you want to store. Repeat these steps for all other buttons, and after doing all this, just save this, and now we have our internet based remote ready to be used. So now I can control my IR based lights through the Cadio app over internet. The light is receiving the data from the IR transmitter attached to the ESP32 board. And likewise, we can add multiple remotes in the single app and can control those IR based appliances. You can even control your air conditioner using this app. This is my most favorite feature in the Cadio app, and I'm sure everyone else will love it too. Now let's see how to automate appliances based on sensors data. For that, just long press on the widget that you want to automate and click on linking. Here, just select the sensor based upon which you want to automate the light. I'll select the temperature. So here I'll set the range from 29 to 79 degrees Celsius. So if the temperature value is in this range, the light will automatically get turned on, and I will keep it on and off time as 0 second to instantly turn on and off the appliance. Click on the save button, and now let's provide some heat near to the sensor to increase its temperature. So as soon as the temperature rises above 29, the light got turned on automatically. And as soon as the temperature goes below 29, the light turns off automatically, and this is how you can do automation using sensors data. Now moving ahead with the scheduling and timer section. So for scheduling appliances, just long press on that widget and click on schedule. Now here, click on new schedule and set the time on which you want to schedule the appliance. After that, select the state whether to turn the appliance on or off, and then click on the save button. And on the provided time, as you can see, the light automatically turned off, and similarly you can add multiple schedules on the single appliance. There is one more option called as timer, which helps you to set the timer with the help of the minutes, hours and days slider, and it can turn on or off that appliance based upon the provided timer, just like this. So these two were handy tools for doing automation. Now let's learn how to integrate voice assistants with our Cadio application. So first, open the Alexa mobile application and go to skills and games. Here just search for Cadio Home Automation, and now click on unable to use. Here just sign in with your Cadio account credentials. With this, you have successfully linked both the services, and now it will start searching for Cadio based appliances. After some time, it will automatically discover the appliances, and now you can easily control them with Alexa. But before testing, let's do this with the Google Assistant as well. So open Google Home application, and here click on setting and click on add device. Select works with Google, and here search for Cadio Home Automation. Again, sign in with your Cadio account, and that's it. We successfully integrated both the voice assistants. Now let's test them one by one. Alexa, turn off demo light.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on demo light.
Okay.
Turn off demo light.
Alright, turning off the demo light.
Turn on demo light.
Okay, turning on the demo light.
Perfect. So we are easily able to control the appliances with both the voice assistants. So that's how you can easily start using Cadio on ESP32 board, and well, you can do pretty much everything on the ESP8266 board as well by following the same process, but the only difference is you need to install a different firmware that is specifically made for ESP8266 chipsets. Now here one question arises, how to change the Wi-Fi credentials in case if we want to switch to a different router? Well, that is a very simple and straightforward process for that. Let me show you. So on the ESP32 board, you need to press the config button, which by default is the boot button, for 3 to 5 seconds and then release it. You'll observe that the onboard LED will start blinking. Now Now this indicates that our ESP32 board is ready to accept the new Wi-Fi credentials. So on your mobile application, just turn off the cellular network and connect your mobile with the access point created by the ESP32 board. After doing that, just open the Cadio application and here go inside the configuration menu. And here is the configuration page that will help you to change the Wi-Fi credentials. Quite simple and smooth. Now let's talk about the plans provided by the Cadio platform. So of course Cadio comes with a free plan by default, but it has some limitations. Now that limitation is you can use the firmware for only 500 hours after flashing it on the ESP32 board. So 500 hours comes around 21 days. So 21 devices and 21 days, maybe they are matching these terms, or it's just a coincidence, I don't know. But yeah, so for around 21 days you can use the ESP32 board quite smoothly without any limitations at all. But if you want to use it after 21 days, you need to reflash the firmware on the ESP32 board and do all the configuration process once again, and then you can use it for next 500 hours and the cycle goes on and on. But if you don't want to do that, well, they do have a one-time payment plan, which I think is quite a convenient option, because we just need to pay once and we'll be able to use the Cadio platform with all its feature for unlimited number of times. We don't need to reflash the firmware. Let me show you how to purchase the plan for Cadio platform. Okay, so here is my Cadio mobile application, and as you can see, the trial symbol is shown on every widget. Okay, you can click on any of the widget and here you can select the unit license manager, and here it shows that I am only left with 493 hours before I need to change the firmware because I'm using the free plan. So to upgrade, you can click on buy permanent license and let's see what's the pricing. Okay, so its one-time charge is just 799 rupees, which I think is quite a decent amount. It's not that much high because you just need to pay one time, unlike Blink in which you need to pay every month. Okay, so 799 for one time and can use it for unlimited number of times. So I'll double click to pay this amount, and now I can use this platform and I can add unlimited number of devices for unlimited number of hours, and each device can handle up to 21 input output devices, which is decent number. So now after exploring this Cadio Home Automation platform, I came to a conclusion that it is a great platform for all the beginners who don't have any knowledge of coding but want to kickstart their IoT journey as quickly and as smoothly as possible. Well, this is a good choice to get started. It is even easier than Blink IoT platform, okay, because there's literally no code required here. But the negative point is, by using this platform, you won't be able to understand how things are actually working, what cloud platform they are using, which communication protocol they are using, what kind of libraries they are using. You are not at all aware about anything running in the backend. But as an engineer, you should be aware about how the IoT devices are actually working. So what I can suggest is, if you literally want to learn everything from basics and also want to learn all the technicalities involved in IoT, well, you can enroll for my course, which is called as Becoming a Master of IoT in just 7 days. So this is a completely recorded course, and this course covers everything from basics, and by the end of the course, you will be able to make your own home automation based system that covers everything from hardware to coding to cloud platform. In this, we have used the cloud platforms like Adafruit MQTT for learning purpose, then we have used Cloud MQTT, and then we have also used AWS, which is used in the automation industry by the product companies. Okay, so there are a lot of things to be learned from this course. So even if you haven't done anything in IoT, well, you can enroll for this course, and if you have done something in IoT, well, there is still a lot to learn in this course. So enroll for this course right now. The link is mentioned in the description, and start your IoT journey with me. Well, with this, we come to the end of this getting started with Cadio Home Automation platform video. I'm planning to do a couple of more project-based videos using the Cadio Home Automation platform. Do suggest me about the projects which you want us to make using this platform down in the comments of the video. Well, making an all-in-one home automation using this is quite tricky as of now because we don't have anything to interface the fan regulator with it, and also we don't have anything to dim the fan using the capacitive fan dimming method. Also, we are not able to control devices with the help of IR remote. So these features are missing in the current firmware version, but I'm sure in the upcoming firmware version, these all things will be solved and we can make our all-in-one home automation using this as well. So yeah, do drop a like if you really love the platform. And if you didn't, let me know in the comments like, why didn't you like this platform? And yeah, that was it about this video. And I am just ending this video here, and now just wait for my next video. Until then, explore, learn, share with me. Techie SMS.